Hi everyone, this vlog is in continuation of the series of vlogs I'm doing over love, hate and expectations. And in this vlog we deep dive into a brief, of course, of the effect of society or civilization over love, hate and expectations. Society is a wonderful and a spectacular place to live. We are a social animal in a way, to an extent. So here today, let us not challenge that we are living in a society or a group of people with a particular caste, with a particular rules and norms of religion. All these are completely okay. I would share that it's completely acceptable to be in a society, live in a society, and it's awesome to be there. But if we brief into it on the primitive life, in the primitive note, man was living in a jungle. Now when I say man, it does not exclude females or women. Overall, human beings were living in jungle, and as they grew, the cerebral capacity, in layman words, as the understanding of emotions, of thinking processes, of doing things or growing into a higher scale. We developed rules, norms which were beneficial for the human species to grow. These rules, norms of doing things or functioning or doing multiple things were named or was named as society or was named civilization. Civilization and society was born out of an acute requirement of benefits, which was directly or indirectly helping the human species to grow on the physical level, much more on the emotional and the mental level. Now, the first part was that the human element, the human species was at the top, and then there was civilization which was helping human species to grow. And everyone was following the civilization, the rules, and the human beings were at the top. What happened is that because the human beings were becoming less intelligent, but at the same time were becoming more educated just for the sake of being it, what happened is that on a gradual front, the rules and the norms went on becoming higher, and human beings went at the lower stake. Why? Because majority of human species were only taught to follow the rules. They were no more living with applying their brains, which was given by existence. Existence gave us the body, the brain, the mind, and the energy to use it, not to keep on following it. But because we are already self-proclaimed on a very, very intellectual level, and we think that we know all of our very, 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 very wonderful emotions, which is a complete haywire self-proclaimed image. So we started following civilization without applying common sense, without applying and knowing, without applying the effort of knowing our own selves. So now today what has happened is, as far as love, hate and expectations are concerned, love gives us pain, which is very funny. Hate gives us pain, which is hilariously ridiculous. And we go on expecting, even after having a lot of experiences, still we don't understand. Why? Because we are already in a way following civilization. So the hilarious part here is that we gave birth to society, gave birth to civilization to help us, and now we are so deep and low into its own connotation, that civilization and society, it has a higher stake. Society and civilization is how we live. We live on the confrontation and in connection with society and civilization. But the point where we started off was that we wanted rules, regulations of society and civilization so that we can live in a better way. And now, society and civilization decides how we should live. This is a very, very ridiculous, this is a very, very mundane, and this is a very, very pitiful condition of the human species. How ridiculous and funny is it sound that care, love gives pain? It is very funny for me. Hate, people are go on hating each other, generating hate and anger into their own selves to such a deep extent that they have really not looked into it to such a deep zone that they are hurting themselves first than the other things, other people or other situation. We have developed from the society, from the civilization, we have developed such a funnier belief pattern and value base that we are not able to recognize that this belief pattern, this belief system is not helping us, and we are not ready to move beyond it. People fall into love because after an extent society judges them if they are not in love. People go on hating themselves, situations and people, because if you do not hate, you will be judged on societal level. Society teaches us to hate. Society teaches us to expect, go on expecting. Why? Because the father is expecting things out of the mother is expecting things out of the father, the mother is expecting things out of the dad, the father is expecting out of things out of children, the wife is expecting things out of the lover is expecting things out of the wife or the woman. Everybody is just going on expecting things, and nobody is going into the root cause that why are you expecting things. Nobody is trying to reason it out of whatever they are feeling. Why? Because they are just not taught to reason it out, because they just feel so much correct. Society goes on giving you hints and making you learn of how you should go on expecting by rules, by norms, by belief systems. Society is teaching us, civilization is teaching us that a wife or a husband or a child or a mother or a parent or a dad is supposed to expect these things from the other. And these expectations are never fulfilled, and still we go on doing it. And we don't learn. We are afraid to love in a true way. Why? Because the society has never taught us. And if we do, we think we will be cornered. Today, society is at the top level of the food chain, and we are downstairs, somewhere so down that we are just not visible. We are so deeply influenced by society, by civilization and norms and rules of the same. Love, hate and expectation have been and are being highly overrated, and society at large, because of the rules, norms, which are so hugely overrated into our belief system, that we are unable to understand true love, the pathetic ideology and stupidity of hating and stupidity of generating expectations. There is much more to this. Stay tuned. Have a beautiful day. Take care, people. You deserve happiness and all the peace you deserve. Enjoy your day.